Hi there. Pat and AJ post-show video here on the heat wave day where it's 60 degrees in January.
Yesterday, I went to our son's school for his spelling bee. They had the 4th and 5th grade spelling bee, which then sends kids to like the district spelling bee.
See, I remember this. I went to Catholic school. I remember spelling tests, though. They were on Friday.
I remember doing this. Like, you do the first one in class, and then that sends different students from different classes against each other. And then you go to district, then you go to whatever state or something like that. But our son was top 3 in his class. Great. I went yesterday. First of all, the first round for the 5th graders was a bloodbath.
Bloodbath. Everyone getting booted off the stage.
I mean, they got rid of like 6 of the 10 kids.
Well, if you don't get it right, you gotta get off the stage.
I know, it was just so brutal because the 4th graders, like, it took a little bit longer because the words were easier, but oh my gosh.
It's like America's Got Talent when they bring up like 8 acts and they're like, none of you made it through. Get off the stage.
It was strange though. I was sitting next to a woman who also, you know, a lot of parents there whose kids were on stage, myself included. The woman next to me was super animated and almost distracting. It was very strange. Like, you know, I totally get the excitement. I was sweating. Like, I was so nervous for our kid. But she was, like, making noises, shaking her head.
Was she a momager? Was she like Kris Jenner?
She felt like a little bit like a momager. And then the part that broke my heart the worst is when her son didn't spell the word right. I mean, the room was silent. And then he got the word wrong, and you could hear her go...
He knew from mom that he got it wrong.
And even, I mean, like, nobody moved when kids would get a word wrong, but then, like, she just started shaking her head, and I felt so bad because he could see her shaking her head, and she didn't stop shaking her head.
But you know what? Let me tell you why that's good. See, AJ she's not able to find the silver lining in this. I can tell you the silver lining. It's because that kid's never going to forget that moment, and he's going to want to prove his mom wrong for the rest of his life. I once, in Little League, got my only hit. Yeah, you heard it right.
Your only one.
Only hit. Multiple seasons, only hit. And I ran to first, and I made it. And so in my mind, I said, I am going to steal second, which I did, not realizing we already had a runner on second.
You push him off the plate.
And I heard from the crowd the loud, bombastic laugh of my own godfather.
Oh.
And that never left my head because he's laughing like this kid.
He's laughing at you, yeah.
Never stopped trying to prove that guy wrong, and look what it did to me.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's a great thing. Maybe this kid will take my job in 15 years.
I just, like, in my head, I'm like, stay completely silent and still as to not throw the kids off on stage, whether they got it wrong or not. And this mom was like,
How do you spell universe? U-I... Oh, God, let's leave!
Almost what happened. It was close. By the way, yeah, our son did get a word wrong.
Oh, what was it?
It was gigantic.
But I love the fact that he argued the judges that he got it right.
I didn't even breathe when he got it wrong. I was filming him, and I put the camera down, and I just looked at him. I didn't want him to know he got it wrong, and then the teacher was like, okay, well, you have to leave the stage. It's spelled with a G, not a J. And he goes... I said G.
Dude, I'm telling you, future politician right there. Future politician.
It was so awkward.
He's going to make middle school great again. It's amazing. All right, click on the button below. Subscribe to the Cars 108 YouTube channel.
Stupid spelling.
Old videos over there. And we will see you tomorrow. BYE.